Gabor Maté, When the Body Says No, Exploring the Stress-Disease Connection. Are you aware that the leading risk factor for heart disease is job strain? Contrary to popular belief, the mind's inner workings have a significant impact on the body. The book, When the Body Says No, Exploring the Stress-Disease Connection, by Gabor Maté challenges the prevailing theory of mind-body dualism in medicine, opting instead for psychoneuroimmunology, the study of connections between physical and mental health. This book summary delves into this fascinating field, elaborating how our daily experiences and stress can affect the immune system and how stressors can cause chronic illness. It also explores how stress confuses the body, causing it to attack itself, and the role environmental factors and destructive coping styles play in the onset of disease.
The hidden link between emotions and physical health. Heart disease and other health conditions, risk factors of job strain, emotions are the root of chronic illness. Do you believe that emotions are connected to our physical health? For years, doctors have followed the principle of mind-body dualism, that the body and mind function independently of each other. However, mounting evidence shows that this concept is flawed, and that a new field of medicine called psychoneuroimmunology is arising that studies the direct link between emotions and physiology. Studies have shown that our daily experiences and stresses can affect the immune system significantly, leading to chronic illnesses. Even the most common health condition in the world, heart disease, is primarily caused by job strain and work-related stress. In fact, work stress is a major contributor to high blood pressure and cholesterol levels that cause heart disease. While high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking remain crucial factors too, work-related stress surpasses them all. Emotions are electrical, chemical, and hormonal discharges from the nervous system, and they can significantly impact the functioning of our major organs and immune defenses. This implies that emotions can cause chronic illness like autoimmune disease, as seen in Mary's case. Mary, who has scleroderma, an autoimmune disorder causing stiffness in different tissues of the body, had a history of extreme emotional repression. This emotional repression could have disarmed Mary's immune system, making her vulnerable to the ravages of scleroderma. Therefore, it isn't just about treating physical symptoms, but it's also essential to pay attention to our mental and emotional well-being. The connection between psychoneuroimmunology and health means that our happiness and well-being are crucial for our overall well-being. Hence, ensuring that our emotions and physical health are in harmony is as vital as avoiding high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and other risk factors for heart disease and chronic illness. The effects of stress on the body. Stress is a perceived threat that affects the body's hormonal, immune, and digestive systems. The brain's processing system assigns meaning to stressors, making each person's experience unique. While cortisol helps us survive short-term stress, chronic stress can harm the body by raising blood pressure and damaging the heart. Studies show that chronic stress can also suppress NK cell functioning, slowing wound healing and reducing responsiveness to immunization against diseases like influenza. The link between stress and autoimmune diseases. Rachel's story highlights how stress confuses the body, causing it to attack itself. Research suggests that emotional repression and stress can initiate immune reactivity in the body, leading to autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis. Many people with autoimmune diseases struggle to establish boundaries, putting others' needs before their own and ultimately harming their immune systems. A study done in 1965 found that emotional repression and stress could trigger immune reactivity and increase the risk of developing autoimmune diseases. Coping style and disease. Learned helplessness is a common coping style that leads to inaction in stressful situations. Environmental factors and destructive coping styles can trigger the onset of disease, such as multiple sclerosis, MS. In Natalie's case, her learned helplessness in coping with her husband's transgressions contributed to her developing MS. Experts believe that stressful events trigger diseases, and patients who suffer from extreme stress are more likely to exacerbate their symptoms. Therefore, it's crucial to address coping style as it can lead to repressed emotions and a weakened immune system. The brain-gut connection. Our gut and brain are in constant communication. Traumatic events can oversensitize the neurological communication channel, altering our perception of physiological pain. This characteristic is particularly apparent in people with functional disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. IBS patients have higher incidence rates of sexual and physical abuse. A study shows that people with functional disorders exhibit hypersensitivity to colon distension and increased activation of the prefrontal cortex. This part of the brain stores emotional memories and helps us interpret present stimuli based on past experiences. Psychological intervention could be effective in treating functional disorders. Group therapy sessions that teach better behavioral coping strategies can help reduce abdominal complaints in IBS patients, even 2 years later. The connection between illness and personality. The personalities of people with certain illnesses are often similar. For example, individuals with ALS are frequently described as nice due to their extreme dutifulness and emotional repression caused by childhood traumas. Similarly, people with cancer are known to suppress their emotions and maintain a strong facade. Although personality traits don't directly cause illnesses, they can make someone more vulnerable to disease when combined with genetic predisposition. The impact of early parent-child interaction on brain development. The first few years of a child's life are crucial in shaping their view of the world. Human brain development depends on emotional interactions that stimulate nerve cells and teach us how to operate in the world. Parents who provide attuned attention and physical touch during infancy foster growth and development in their children. The famous strange situation experiment shows that infants who received attuned attention at home had secure attachment styles, while insecurely attached infants showed various insecure styles. These early years of life dictate how we interact with the world as adults, affecting emotional maturity, peer relationships, and academic performance. Embracing negative thinking. To take control of our health, we must accept the reality of negative emotions and embrace them instead of suppressing them. This is especially true for cancer patients, where emotional repression is positively correlated with relapse and death. By engaging in negative thinking, we can determine ways to fix things and take control of our health. The power of negative thinking is supported by research, and psychological support can make a big difference in cancer recovery. Understanding the root causes of our stress and ourselves is essential to overcoming illness.
Stress, emotions, personality, and relationships play a critical role in the development of various illnesses. While understanding these connections, it is vital not to blame ourselves or others for our illnesses. Instead, we must take responsibility and learn more about ourselves to overcome the effects of stress and illness. Fight the urge to solely depend on positive thinking, as it can become a destructive coping mechanism. Instead, embrace negative thinking to accept and understand both the good and bad parts of reality and find a way to resolve them. This book underlines the importance of understanding the root causes of our stress and addressing them to achieve better health and overall well-being.